Good afternoon. This is Michael Sussman here in Naugatuck, West Virginia. It's the Region 4 co-final. Wahama taking on, the White Falcons taking on Tug Valley for a bid to the state tournament at Little Creek. We had a big rain delay. It'll probably end up being about an hour and a half. We'll get underway around 3:30. Myself, Rachel Reynolds on the call. Again, Wahama at Tug Valley. Each team has won a game. This is the rubber match and a chance to punch your ticket to the state tournament. So we'll get going with the actual broadcast here in about 15, 20 minutes or so. Hang tight. Good afternoon. This is Michael Sussman joining you live from Naugatuck, West Virginia for today's Region 4 Single A co-final between the Wahama White Falcons and the home team, the Tug Valley Panthers. Today you play for a bid to the state tournament. Both these teams have split. It's a double elimination format as we bring in Rachel Reynolds. About an hour and a half rain delay, but I don't think it's killed any of the suspense. We're ready.
No, I don't think it's killed any of the suspense. In fact, I think it's like hyped up a lot of our girls. Like I was listening earlier into the dugout. I was sitting here like shielding myself from 2 of 3 rainstorms that were happening. And it's electric. It's electric in the dugout.
Yeah, they were making the most out of it, playing music, dancing, enjoying it. As you come in on the heels of a 7-0 win yesterday, a 2-hit complete game shutout from Gracie Banks, and you had 11 hits as a team, just really what the White Falcons needed, a clean performance to get to a winner-take-all game today.
I'm hoping so. I know the girls are focused this morning. I dropped off Audrey this morning at 9:30 at Wahama, so they've been here for quite a while, anxious to get started and take care of business.
We'll give you the starting lineup for the Wahama White Falcons as Audrey Reynolds goes to lead off. She's the center fielder today. Fiona Van Meter is the shortstop batting second. Eve Smith at third base batting third. Rayleigh Zirkle, the first baseman, the cleanup. Gracie Banks is batting fifth. She's the White Falcon pitcher. Marley Carr is at second base, hitting sixth. Abby Flowers, the catcher, batting seventh. Mary Brinker, designated player, hitting eighth. Izzy Nance bats ninth. She's in right field. As Audrey Reynolds will step to the left side. Pitcher today for Tug Valley is Lackey, as that pitch is in there, called for a strike one. And then you'll have Brooklyn Smith out in left field for Wahama in the flex spot. So here's Lackey, the first pitcher from game one the other night. As the pitch is to Reynolds, and it's a called strike one. Wahama able to get 5 runs off of her in that one before they went over to Bailey Hall in relief. And Hall pitched yesterday. So nobody on, nobody out. 0-2 count to Audrey Reynolds. Here's the Lackey offering. Ground ball, shortstop to Bailey Hall. And Reynolds runs it out. Infield single.
That's what we needed to start off this game.
Tied play at first there. The pop of the cleat was there before the glove. And you got Wheels on first. Let's take a look here at Fiona Van Meter. Nobody out with Reynolds on. The Lackey delivery. Audrey takes off. Snap throw from Bulliard. Not in time. Tug Valley goes Hall at shortstop. Paisley Bulliard behind the dish batting second. Katie Hall at shortstop. And check that. Katie Hall's the third baseman today, I should say. Emma Lackey pitching, batting fourth. Grace Hind at second base, batting fifth. Kaylee Steele in center field, hitting sixth. As the 0-1 is in there to Fiona. Upstairs. Bradley Fletcher at first base, batting seventh. Zoe Hensley bats eighth. She's in left field. And Peyton Workman in right field, batting ninth. So the plate. 1-1 to Van Meter. And swung on, lifted to shallow right field as Hind will backtrack and make the catch. Playing for everything today at the ballpark. Tug Valley would be the first ever Mingo County team to make it to states, should they pull it out today. Wahama, the state champions in 21, 22, 23. State runners-up a year ago. As Eve Smith, 346 batter, will watch high. You do feel like the emotional advantage has kind of swung in the series towards the White Falcons.
I do, because yesterday's game was a shutout. If it would have been 7-6, somewhere in that neighborhood where it was a closer game, maybe it would be more in the favor of Tug Valley, but I'm hoping for the Falcons to continue to ride on that momentum that they created yesterday.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Smith. It is rolled over foul. And Wahama's outscored Tug 13-6 total between the two games. And Tug has only scored in 2 innings. 5 of their 6 runs coming in just one of them. Last night the Panthers met in right field for about 20, 25 minutes after the game. Some of them stayed after and hit. Usually signs of stress, signs that maybe you kind of got them where you want them. If you're the White Falcons, here's a 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Eve Smith, 346, bats with Rayleigh Zirkle on deck. Andre Reynolds on second base as Tug Valley's Blackie will rock and go with the 2-2. And she's got strike three as Smith will swing and miss. Tug Valley with several supporters over to the right side of the ballpark. Got a bunch of them in the soccer chairs. More Wahama fans today. Saw a couple of people make the trip. Here's Rayleigh Zirkle. Hits one hard to left field, and it's caught. That will retire the side. As Zirkle hit it hard. Play made out there by Zoe Hensley. We'll head to the bottom of the first on the WJH Facebook page. Hey, who's running spots here, Dad? Okay. Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color, and add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns, perfect for spring. Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. Family owned in Mason for over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering for our hometown team. Go Falcons. Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Growing flowers, friends, and family since 1990.
At Farmers Bank, when we say stay for good, we mean it in every way. We mean to stay for good for the long haul, through the ups and downs and everything in between. But we also mean to stay for good for bringing good things to good people who call this place home. The good of a community well connected, a business well built, a family well loved, a life well lived. Every day and in every way, we stay for good. Farmers Bank, stay for good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Rio, your education is personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you are a part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. There's new energy at Rio, with fresh traditions and opportunities taking shape every day. Discover what's possible at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success.
Back here in Naugatuck, bottom one, no score. Tug Valley's Bailey Hall digging in against White Falcon pitcher Gracie Banks. First pitch, hit her on the back foot, HBP. As Hall will reach. Gracie Banks, excellent yesterday, gave up just the 2 hits, went the distance. Drew a lot of soft contact in this one. She has throughout the 2 games. Tug's only got 1 extra base hit, a triple the first day. Here's Paisley Bolliard to lead things off. She'll show bunt. It's fouled backward. As Banks ahead, 0-1. Gracie, 3.38 earned run average, 8-7 record, 71 strikeouts, 36 walks. And 91 innings pitched. They show the bunt. They tap it foul. So it looks like they're really trying to get Hall over into scoring position, try to manufacture the first run of this thing. And Smith going to come way in about a little under halfway down the line towards the batter. As Banks will let loose of the 0-1. It's a chop ground ball. Van Meter will have it go under the glove, shallow left. They throw into third. It's over the head of Smith. That'll allow Bailey Hall to go to third. Bolliard's over to second. So into the hole there In between short and third, Van Meter without really much of a play. Unlucky for the White Falcons that got in behind into left there. So second and third, nobody out. That'll bring to the plate Katie Hall. Got 4 teams have punched their ticket to the state tournament: Sherman, East Hardy, Pendleton, and Wheeling Central. There is somehow a single-A softball team. I did not know that. It is so random trying to figure out where the Knights play and why. Here's Katie Hall, bunch show. They get it down the left side. Smith will kill it, and that'll load the bases. So bunting, an infield single. So Tug Valley playing a little bit of small ball there. Had the infield single early in the frame. And here's the pitcher, Emma Lackey, batting .368. It's all about damage control. If they get one, so what? Just can't let them put up a crooked number. Clean up Lackey. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And she'll foul it backward. Ideal situation for Coach Rocky Hall, leading the Panthers since 2019, former Roane County Raiders head coach. Moved back here and has done a good job getting it going. Proud sports community trying to get the softball on the same level as everything else. As that is an 0-1 pitch, deposited foul. It goes 0-2. Kind of nice, little overcast, kind of humid.
I'm just glad it's not raining.
Yeah, that was a lengthy delay. It was tough getting all the equipment situated. Then they had to re-roll the field. Got some turfus out. Took a while. 0-2 is over Lackey. We'll go to a ball and 2 strikes. So we got the 4 teams in, 4 games going on today. Mountain View, Greenbrier, West, Tulsa, Gilmer. As the 1-2 is offered by Banks. Inside corner, though, ring him up. Big time pitch there from Banks. Slow to speeds, got Lackey watching. She's just been so composed, so unflappable throughout these playoffs.
Really seen her grow as a pitcher over the season. New to Wahama, new teams to play, and she's just really grown.
There's Gracie Hind will watch a ball coming over from Meigs. You got the gigantic bracket in Ohio, but in some ways it's more fun here because you really have a chance to win a whole state championship. It's kind of a big fish, small pond aspect here in the Mountain State. Here's 1-0, ground ball. Marley Carr throws to the plate. First run of the game going to come in for Tug Valley. As it is 1-0 Panthers. Bailey Hall scored. As Coach Wes Riffle looking on from the dugout there. Kind of a learning moment. You might have had a chance to tag the runner and then throw to first. Maybe you try to turn 2, go to second. Easier to say that from the bleachers.
That's right.
Here is Kaylee Steele up to bat. Bases loaded, 1 down. Shows the bunt, thinking about maybe trying to squeeze. Of course, you got forces everywhere. So if she hits it with any pace, just flip it straight to the plate. Steele 272. Here's the offering. And he swung out and missed. 22 hits, 22 ribbies, 3 doubles. All that with Briley Fletcher in the on-deck circle. One ball, 1 strike. He's fouled backward. Got Gilmer Tulsa going on today. Richie Madonna Like we mentioned, Mountain View, Greenbrier West. Bases loaded. 1-1 count. One away. Tug up 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Fly ball, shallow center. In comes Reynolds. And Tug not going to tag. And she came and got it. And records an important second out.
Her reaction time was really good there. The exchange from the glove to the hand to keep those runners on the bases.
And the Panthers doing their scouting report. Reynolds has a really good arm from that distance. Probably wise not to tag. Here's Riley Fletcher, lefty, up with 2 outs. Important at bat early in the contest. Will go down 0-1. Fletcher 278, 18 runs batted in. Wahama started out with a win over Wirt, fell 6-5 here. Beat the Tigers again, 18-2. As that is taken for a second strike. Yesterday, the 7-0 win. So you're playing the maximum number of games, doing it the hard way. Bases loaded, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. As Banks will let it go. It's over the helmet.
Crowd's really fired up.
As Banks, ball and 2 strikes, liner out of play near a cameraman, had to get out of the way. I do think this is the best crowd of the 3 days, which you want to have for the winner-take-all game. And if you're worried about getting here on time, that wasn't a problem.
Wasn't an issue.
1-2, Banks delivers. And she'll stay alive. Fletcher will.
Umpire's looking for a ball.
It was Tug Valley's first run since their game back on Wednesday. 5 of their 7 in the series came in that 4th inning. As the umpire going to get a fresh softball. It's a little bit muddy, have probably a little more waterlogged softballs, just with the moisture in the grass. As Banks will glance towards the dugout. Coach Riffle gives the number. And we see what they dial up, 1-2. It's a line drive to left again. A few feet foul the line. So Fletcher trying to poke it the other way. Got to be ready here if you're Smith out and left. Be prepared to take the bloop away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the delivery. Change up. They'll call strike 3. Second Banks punch out. You hold the Panthers to 1 as they leave them loaded. We're back after this on the WJEH Facebook page.
To upgrade your home with a comfortable new setup, stop by Main Street Furniture and Flooring in Middleport. Main Street Furniture and Flooring offers a wide selection of premium sofas, recliners, mattresses, and more. And if you're looking to renovate from the ground up, Main Street sells and installs quality carpet and flooring products. Call 740-691-5125 for more information. Main Street Furniture and Flooring in Middleport. Also a proud supporter of Wahama High School sports.
For premium coverage on home, life, auto business, and more, stop by Julia Davis State Farm, located at 2926 Jackson Avenue in Point Pleasant. Julia Davis is proud to provide insurance and financial services to the good folks of Mason, Meigs, and Gallia counties, as well as to those in all surrounding areas. Julia Davis State Farm, licensed in West Virginia and Ohio. Call 304-812-5126 to schedule an appointment today. Julia Davis. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What is hometown? It's Friday night football and other youth sports. Home National Bank, your hometown bank, congratulates our young athletes. At Home National, we believe the lessons learned on the athletic field are lifelong, and we say thank you to the parents, volunteers, and coaches who make sports happen. At Home National, we also say, go Bucks. We're proud supporters of the Ohio State University and OU, Home National Bank, with locations in Racine, Syracuse, and Middleport. Member FDIC.
And we are back to it on the WJEH Facebook page. We appreciate you joining us for another day. It's the top of the second. Tug Valley with their first run of the contest in the last. Gracie Hind with an RBI ground ball. Here's Gracie Banks swinging first pitch. It's at Hind, and she'll catch the pop-up for out number one. Today's game brought to you by Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, Belpre, and Gallipolis. And here's someone hitting the softball really well right now. Marley Karsh is 8 of 14 in the playoffs.
That's great.
And the pitch swung out and missed. He's been hitting a lot of line drives, especially up the middle. Here's another in one delivery. It's a grounder back to Lackey, and she'll throw the first in time. A couple of quick outs for the Panthers as Abby Flowers will step up to the plate. There's Flowers, 338, 14 ribbies. There's Lackey. Will take the rubber. He's thrown pretty well to this point. Here's the 0-1 delivery up top. The White Falcons making some noise from the dugout, trying to will the catcher Flowers on base. Here's the delivery, and swung through. Here in Mingo County, about a 2.5-hour drive. They looked into the possibility of a hotel, but didn't go that way, as that's chopped foul. That would have been a tough ask because you still got to drive 30, 45 minutes that way to Chapmanville. And then I don't know how you would have killed that time.
Especially with the delay.
Ended up working out. As a 1-2 is offered to Flowers. And Lackey has got her second strikeout of the game. Wahama retired in order, 1-0 Tug. We'll head to a break on WJEH 93.1 on Facebook.
Looking to auction, manage, buy, or sell property in Mason County and the surrounding area? Don't make it hard for yourself. Let ERA Town & Country Real Estate and broker Becky Steen-Lambert help you out. ERA Town & Country is Mason County's only real estate office with a licensed auctioneer. Call 304-675-5548. ERA Town & Country Real Estate, located at 1911 Jefferson Boulevard in Point Pleasant, a proud supporter of Wahama High School sports.
Hoggins Usman, located in Mason, West Virginia and Point Pleasant, is a full lumber and retail center, stocking a large line of quality plumbing, lawn, and garden products since 1948. Hoggins Usman has just what you need. Their lumber yard also offers regular and treated lumber as well as plywoods. Also, they're an authorized steel dealer with a full-time steel technician. Open every Monday through Friday and offering full-time delivery. Hoggins Usman, located at 353 Front Street in Mason, West Virginia, and 312 6th Street in Point Pleasant.
And we're back to it here in Naugatuck, West Virginia. Tug Valley up 1-0 over Wahama. We're in the top of the second. It's 8-9-1 here for Tug, as Zoe Hensley will lead things off. Hensley, left fielder. First pitch is roped foul off the fence. Here in the region co-final, as Van Meter I'll get the ball back to Banks there. Hensley, 175, 3 runs batted in. As Banks steps and delivers and gets a swing and a miss. And it'll go Hensley, Workman, Bailey Hall. Here's the 0-2 as Hensley chokes up. It's a foul ball. Spinner lands on the grass down the right. As Coach Rocky Hall looks on. As we mentioned, former Roan head coach. He coached his daughter Cheyenne there, who went on to be an MMA fighter.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
That's something I could never try.
No. I don't think I want to be intentionally hit.
There's the 0-2, swung on and missed. Banks got her with the changeup.
Now batting, number 11, Peyton Workman.
Banks was given the player of the game along with Smith, according to the D&D guys. They're nice guys, home broadcast here in Tug. It's Peyton Workman, 132, 7 hits. And the pitch fouled off the fence. Seven hits, 3 ribbies for Workman. To the plate, no balls, 1 strike. They show the bunt, and it's pulled foul to the left. Heard that the White Falcon golf scramble at Riverside was a success today. They had some 27 teams there.
Probably better weather, I would say.
I would say so. And they'll play that thing rain or shine. One year was an absolute monsoon. There's the 0-2. And Workman will swing and miss. 2 big-time strikeouts there. You're back to Bailey Hall with nobody on. Had to take care of the bottom of the order. Excellent there from Banks. Strikeout number 4. So here's Hall, hit by a pitch towards the back ankle last time. There's 13 homers. Here's the pitch. It is pulled foul. Wahama's done a pretty good job with her in the series. Just 1 for 4 with a single. And she's been on a few times. 2 hit by pitches and a walk.
That's right. She got hit in the head.
Yeah, on any way you can, I guess. The OBP solid, but I'm sure she wants to swing the sticks. Wahama content with limiting the damage as that is a ball goes 1-1. 52 hits, 27 ribbies.
Well, we were talking last night on the drive home just how the team has been able to keep Hall at a minimum.
1 ball up top. That's just a testament to Hall. Whenever you got a player that you got to put in that much effort to figure out how to deal with it. It's kind of the ultimate compliment.
Yes.
Here's the 2-1. He's down in the dirt.
That's the only thing that stinks about playing in these ball games whenever it's been raining. Just the grip on the ball is just not quite there.
Grip's tough. Your spikes don't move as well. You kind of get stuck. 3-1. And Banks still in the at-bat. It's fouled backward. Count will go full. Nobody on. 2 down. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wahama with Brinker, Nance, Reynolds due up in the next. 8-9-1. So the plate. Gracie with the payoff. Oh, might have just missed. Tad outside, I guess. Competitive pitch there from Banks. So Paisley Bolliard, 2-hole hitter, had a single last time. That ground ball that was right of Fiona, trickled into left. Well, you're the 330 hitter. Tug Valley catcher. Force outs at first and second. And if you're Wahama, here's a Banks offering. He's over the strike zone. Tug Valley, a team 22-7. Wahama 21-11. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, Van Meter. Throw to first, and it's there in time. It is 1-0 Tug Valley over the White Falcons. Wahama to bat in the third after this on the WJEH 93.1 The Wolf Facebook page.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
When we say stay for good, we mean it in every way. We stay for the long haul, through the ups and downs. We stay for the good of businesses well built, families well loved, lives well lived. Every day and in every way, we stay for good. Farmers Bank. Stay for good.
Need a hand with your estate planning? We'll do you one better. How about a Handley? Since 2009, Handley Law Office in Point Pleasant has been an experienced and dependable law firm assisting clients with property deeds and wills. Attorney Tanya Handley will give you the care and expertise needed to plan for the future. Make an appointment today to set your family up for tomorrow. Handley Law Office, located at 419 Main Street in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Call 304-675-5290 for more information. And we're back to it here in Naugatuck. 1-0. Wahama is trailing Tug Valley here in the Region Co-Final. As Mary Brinker, lead-off designated player. Brinker swung the bat well yesterday, hit it hard twice, had a nice hit into right field.
Hoping to get some on the board today, or on the bases, rather.
That's down backward. And get him on, get him over, get him in. Brinker 368 and 38 at-bats. 10 ribbies, 1 homer. There's Lackey. Old step and fire, 0-1 pitch. Got it past Brinker.
Get her on brace, and then Izzy Nance steps up and then move her over to second.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Brinker, sharp ground ball fielded at third. Hall, the throw to first is in time. Hall, well done, staying down on it. As Lackey pitches, 84 and 2/3 innings pitched. Has around half of them. Bailey Hall's got around 80. Lackey 164 strikeouts, 30 walks. It's an outstanding ratio. As the coverage comes in, the infield does for Izzy Nance, White Falcon, 9-hole hitter and slapper. And the offering to Nance, foul tips it. Typically, if Nance can get it to the left side of the infield, she's usually safe.
She's usually safe.
And had one towards the first base side yesterday, scored on a run. Just got to get it away from the pitcher. 0-1. And she gets it down. Nance to first. And she's going to beat it by a mile.
Great play.
I'm going to say foul ball.
They're going to say foul ball there. Well, oh, it was a dead ball. Must have hit her. Or inside.
One of the Tug fans helping us with the clarification there. He probably, apparently it hit her foot. And then we get even more. assistance there.
Yeah, I'm not sure they quite understand, and this is no shade to them, but it is a different approach. A slap.
And a swung on and a miss there as a strikeout recorded there by Emma Lackey, her third of the contest. And that's the thing about single A. Usually when we're set up doing a game, everything's kind of together, pretty intimate, pretty close. You can
kind of hear everybody.
Every single human. Here's the Audrey Reynolds first pitch from Lackey in there for a called strike one. Infield single from Reynolds the first time. Hit a ground ball to the left side, legged it out. A 1 pitch is hit hard towards the cars. It lands just in front of him, foul ball. 531 hitter, 34 runs batted in. 2 triples, 2 homers this year for Audrey Reynolds. As Lackey nods, she'll come to the plate with the 0-2. And Reynolds, tough there. Will foul it back to the gravel. The mighty Sherman Tide through to states. They beat Richwood 11-2 yesterday. We had to go to their place for a couple last year. No balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Tug Valley, top of the third. And 2 outs, Emma Lackey. Get the sign from Bulliard. And to the plate she goes. Change up. Reynolds again pokes it foul.
And stays alive.
So 3rd straight foul ball. Sometimes you just got to do that until you can get one to drive.
Yeah.
Man meter on deck here is Emma Lackey. Let loose of the 0-2, and Van Meter check swing foul ball. 16 extra base hits this year for Reynolds. So we got East Hardy beating Tygarts Valley 8-1. So they'll get to make the 5-hour trip down to Little Creek Park. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Empty base paths. And it's to Reynolds. Ground ball. Second base, Hind fields the throw to first. Got her by a half a step. And Tug Valley up 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the third on the WJEH Facebook page.
Brinker Machine in Leetart, West Virginia is the Bend area's center for commercial and industrial machining and fabrication services. Family owned and operated since 2012, Brinker has lathes, brake presses, and custom welding. And the qualified professionals at Brinker Machine are equipped with a boring mill, milling machine, and CNC plasma cutter. Call 304-882-0000 for more information. Brinker Machine, located at 5488 Graham Station Road in Leetart, West Virginia. Also a proud supporter of Wahama High School sports.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs to the winding streams working their way through the hills and into our rivers. Just like water, progress starts small, with a vision, a plan, and an impactful project. Because when we invest in the foundation, we build stronger communities. The Thrasher Group. Building stronger communities together with you.
And we're back here in Naugatuck, West Virginia. The Tug Valley Panthers to bat in the bottom of the third. And lead off with Katie Hall, third baseman. And then pitcher Emma Lackey, second baseman Gracie Hind. 3-4-5. Gracie Banks with 4 strikeouts, first time through the order. Giving up 2 hits, both of them infield singles. Really haven't squared her up in any of the games to this point as that is up high for a ball. Wahama got to have the mindset that it's going to take way more than one to beat you. And you got to be gritty, got to be tough. That's how they've been throughout the postseason, really throughout the whole year. Here's a Katie Hall swing, lifted out of play. It's been a murderer's row schedule this year for Wahama. You opened up against Herbert Hoover. You played Doddridge, Gilmer twice. The local competition in the Ohio area was really good. Southern Megs. 1-1. Lifted left field. High in the air in foul territory, and the catch made by Brooklyn Smith for out number 1. So key out there. Hall lifted it pretty well. And Smith with the snag in the corner. Here is Emma Lackey digging in. 0 for 1. Went down watching last time. So the plate, Banks. Deliver, fouled backward. Slight costume change for both teams today. Wahama, white pin tops, red pants. Tuggle stay with the white, the black on white pin shirts, and then they go to the solid black pants. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside. There's Emma Lackey, 368 batter. On the plate, 1-1. As that's up high, takes everybody in a game like this. Brooklyn Smith moments ago with a big-time catch in the corner. Everybody's got to be prepared when their number's called.
That's right. I had to step away there for a minute. That rain delay got me, and I was drinking some water. I had to visit the restroom.
Understandable. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. Yeah, it becomes a long day when you get here around
1:30.
Yeah, originally it was a 2 o'clock game. There's the 3-1 situation here. Lackey looking for one to drive as Banks go off her. Pop up. Banks makes the call. Easy grab. Jammed her up a bit.
Now batting, number 17, Gracie Hahn.
2 quick outs that'll bring up 5-hole hitter, second baseman Gracie Hind. Lone RBI of the game, hit the hard ground ball at Marley Carr. As the Panthers pushed across the first one in the first. So Hind 341, 20 ribbies, 9 extra base hits. Ground ball, shortstop Fiona. Throw to first, gets there. Panthers down in order. Need hits, need them now. Wahama with 2, 3, 4 up next inning. Don't go anywhere.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
When we say stay for good, we mean it in every way. We stay for the long haul, through the ups and downs. We stay for the good of businesses well built, families well loved, lives well lived. Every day and in every way, we stay for good. Farmers Bank. Stay for good.
Hoggins Usman, located in Mason, West Virginia and Point Pleasant, is a full lumber and retail center, stocking a large line of quality plumbing, lawn, and garden products since 1948. Hoggins Usman has just what you need. Their lumber yard also offers regular and treated lumber as well as plywoods. Also, they're an authorized steel dealer with a full-time steel technician. Open every Monday through Friday and offering full-time delivery. Hoggins Usman, located at 353 Front Street in Mason, West Virginia, and 312 6th Street in Point Pleasant.
1-0. Tug Valley leads it at home over your White Falcons. Here's Fiona Van Meter Two-hole hitter, a chance for the White Falcons to get going here, step on the gas a bit as you got Van Meter, Eve Smith, Rayleigh Zirkle due up 2-3-4. First pitch is a ball. It's winner take all here in the region co-final. We'll have 8 teams in the state tournament. Here's a 1-0 to Fiona. Foul back. They've done away with sectionals and softball and baseball. It was different for a year in the middle just to try to confuse everybody.
Just true.
There's the 1-1. Foul ball. And we remind you again, we got baseball on Tuesday, Wirt County versus Wahama at Claflin Stadium.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just trying to advance, probably going to play St. Joe's next. The baseball team will if they win that one. 1-2 to Fiona. Line drive shot, left center field gap. Van Meter, hard turn, goes to second. And she's in, standing up.
Yes.
Leadoff double for the Van Monster. That was tattooed.
That was awesome. You don't want to have anybody else but Eve Smith in this position, who's been such a phenomenal fielder and just a great hitter this season for the Falcons.
It was Hall delivering. Strike one. I was talking with some people before the game. They were surprised when I told her she was just a freshman. As a 0-1, Emma Lackey delivery to Eve Smith is over the zone. Hall able to win the battle against Smith. Got her with a strikeout in the first. Eve, 346 hitter. Here's the 1-1. And it's grounded over towards the Panthers dugout. Coach Lori Zuspin. Smith up, Rayleigh Zirkle on deck. Wahama down 1-0. In the top of the fourth, Fiona Van Meter on second. Nobody out. And Malaki, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Smith will watch a second ball. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Smith yanks it foul to the left. As head coach Wes Riffle look on from the coach's box. Here's the 2-2. And fouls it out of play. Coach was very fired up after yesterday's win. I think we all were. And Smith awaits the 2-2. And
she's hanging in there.
Really making Lackey work.
She's had 7 pitches this at-bat.
Emma Lackey, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Smith. All 3. We're sitting right next to the Wahama dugout. You can hear on the stream, I'm sure they're engaged. Seems like it's a group that really enjoys playing together.
So another advantage of such a small school, everybody's friends outside of the game.
3-2, ground ball at the shortstop Hall. She throws to first. Van Meter towards third. The throw, not going to get there. It was a really close play. As Katie Hall put the tag down, Van Meter able to get around it. So Smith moves the runner. That was imperative. You had to do that. That'll bring up Rayleigh Zirkle with A runner on third, one down. She flew out to left field last time. That'll work here. Need a sacrifice fly, ground ball deep to the infield. Zirkle was phenomenal yesterday, 2 doubles. And one to the left center field gap, one to right center.
Is it just a... I saw the umpire go out there and then a coach to the circle, and it looked like just a big, large plate of dirt that had dried. I'm not really sure what that was all about.
Yeah, who knows? That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't think they know.
I don't think they know either.
There's the Lackey delivery. This ball outside. As long as you make it look like you know what you're doing.
Sure. It works.
4:19 for Zirkle. I'll call a strike. And Zirkle up with Gracie Banks due up next. Zirkle first baseman / pitcher. Owen, one to the lefty. Down and away. Brought to you by Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, Belpre, and Gallipolis. As I mentioned, got the baseball next week, then the North-South All-Star Game later this summer on June 11th, going down the stretch of our broadcast calendar. Here's the 2-1 pinch, fouled off the fencing. No matter who wins today, the state tournament broadcast will be turned over to the Metro guys. So this will be last week or so of our calendar year. It's been fun as always. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, runner on third. It's to Rayleigh Zirkle, lone out. Van Meter on third, 1 down. Here's the payoff to Rayleigh. And she hangs alive. Another tough at-bat from Wahama. As a pitcher, it's just tough when you make a quality pitch, and then you make them do it again.
Yeah.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4. So we talked about earlier this week, Wahama brought in former pitcher Alyssa Hoffman to throw in practice.
Yes.
To kind of work on getting the timing down.
They knew going in, just from watching some Game Changer and some talking to the other coaches and just kind of getting a feel for what they could expect here at Tug, that Lackey had a lot of speed.
Here is Gracie Banks with first and third. Zirkle takes second without a throw. It could score 2. And the Tug infield playing surprisingly unaggressive here, giving up any potential for the tying run in the 4th. Just put it in play. Here to go, a ball and a strike. Zirkle slips it by. Banks 390, 5 doubles and a home. Hits with no batting gloves. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball at Lackey, and that's a disastrous break as Banks hits it hard. Lackey makes the catch for out number 2. Fortunately, you don't get doubled up at third. Van Meter heads up to dive back.
Some quick hands on the part of Lackey there to snag that line drive.
That is Marley Carr, 2 down, runners on second and third. Carr back to Lackey. She'll walk towards first, flips it over there, and the side is retired. Lackey able to get out of the second and third jam. Tug Valley leads at 1-0 over Wahama. We're back after this on the WJEH Facebook page.
Hoggins Usman, located in Mason, West Virginia, and Point Pleasant, is a full lumber and retail center, stocking a large line of quality plumbing, lawn, and garden products since 1948. Hoggins Usman has just what you need. Their lumber yard also offers regular and treated lumber as well as plywoods. Also, they're an authorized steel dealer with a full-time steel technician. Open every Monday through Friday and offering full-time delivery. Hoggins Usman, located at 353 Front Street in Mason, West Virginia, and 312 6th Street in Point Pleasant.
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color, and add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns, perfect for spring. Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. Family owned in Mason for over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering for our hometown team. Go Falcons. Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Growing flowers, friends, and families since 1980.
And we're back to it here at Tug Valley High School, 1-0. Wahama leads it over the Panthers. Check that, the Panthers over Wahama. Tug Valley able to score earlier as Banks will throw it in there for a strike one to Kaylee Steele. And Panthers with the run in the first. It's been a pitcher's duel since. Steele 0 for 1, flew out to center. And it's a ball. Steele 272 batter. It's with Briley Fletcher on deck and Zoe Hensley in the hole. Here's Gracie Banks. There's a looping line drive past a diving Van Meter into left field. And a steal with the leadoff base knock. Nice effort there from Fiona, just poked it through the infield. A third Tug Valley hit. There's Briley Fletcher. As Banks go down to the wristband. In tight is Eve Smith. A Fletcher showing a watch high. This game brought to you by Bob's Market and Greenhouses and Mason, Belper, and Gallipolis. And it's Byer push bunt attempt. As we're approaching 4:30, around an hour of game time. 1-1 pitch, crosses at the knees, called for strike two. One ball, two strikes, runner on first. Tug Valley up 1-0 over Wahama in the Region Co final. Winner goes to States. Ball and two strikes, change up blocked by Abby Flowers. She's got Gilmer County pushed to the limit. And the other side of the bracket, they'll probably beat Tulsa, but never know. I look forward to going home, checking out all the scores after this one. 2-2, foul tip back. She did make contact. It was a foul ball. Fletcher just running, making sure, but it was an occupied first base, so probably wouldn't have been able to do that either. You wait till the umpires tell you to stop.
But like the chant, that's why we hustle. That's why we hustle.
2-2. Ball three. And we remind you, track meet, everybody come to Laidley next weekend for States. 3-2, ball four. Wahama's got a legitimate shot to win the entire state championship. And the boys team absolutely loaded again. Bierce, Stitt, Blackshire, Simpkins, And several of the girls qualified, too, so you get to watch plenty Wahama athletes at the state track meet next weekend, 22nd, 23rd. A runner on second and first, nobody out. As Zoe Hensley stands in, it's a ball one. Flowers able to retrieve it. Everybody stays put. Hensley 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. And Banks, a ball and no strikes. Drills the low inside corner. As goes 1-1. Aside from the White Falcon Scramble, of course, you got the PGA Championship going on today. If you're just a sports fan, you got plenty of things you can watch. As that's dribbled foul backward. If you played in the White Falcon Scramble, drop your score in the comments section. Let me know how much money you won.
I think I need to take up golf then.
They give away some cash. Randy and York don't pinch pennies on that one. Here's the 1-2. And a called strike 3. As Banks able to freeze Hensley.
Now batting, number 11, Peyton Workman.
Strikeout number 5. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Peyton Workman. And tonight on WMOV, our talk station, got Reds Guardians, 6:10 first pitch. First and second, one down. Banks steps and delivers. It's fouled on the baseball field. Workman then top. As Banks up, no balls, one strike. Leans and goes. And it's waved out for a second strike. Two of the best pitchers in Class Single A going at it today, Lackey and Gracie Banks. Oh, 2. Just a hair low. We were begging for it. One ball, 2 strikes. And Banks with the 1-2 pitch this time, called strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs. So the dangerous Bailey Hall up to bat. Has reached first via free pass. Hit by pitch and walk. She'll stand in for her third plate appearance in the game. Looks like the Pants have seen better days. Big hole from sliding. Wonder if that was today. Here's Banks offering. And a little bit down. All 650 hitter, 52 hits. I don't know. As it's a line drive caught by Eve Smith. A security blanket at the hot corner. Will make the catch. 1-0. Tug leads it over Wahama. We're back after this on the...
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Marketing Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color. And add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns. Perfect for spring! Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. For over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering on a hometown team. Go Falcons! Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. since 1970.
Brinker Machine in Leetart, West Virginia is the Bend area's center for commercial and industrial machining and fabrication services. Family owned and operated since 2012, Brinker has lathes, brake presses, and custom welding. And the qualified professionals at Brinker Machine are equipped with a boring mill, milling machine, and CNC plasma cutter.
And we're back to it on the WJEH Facebook page. It is Abby Flowers to lead off for Wahama. Here's the offering over the zone. Ball one from Emma Lackey. So I guess head football coach James Toth was 12 under earlier. It's not bad. That's too many pars to win that one, though. As it'll go 7, 8, 9. Flowers, Brinker is in ants. Swung through. Count 1-1. Yes, 18 took it. 18 under. All right, Flowers, 338. As it goes 7, 8, 9 in the order. Malaki on the Flowers show. It's bunted foul. Lackey with 3 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. And she'll let loose of the 1 and 2, and it evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Tug Valley up 1-0. As the Flowers will foul it off the chain link. Wahama, 2 hits off Lackey. Infield single from Reynolds. Double from Fiona Van Meter. And that is swung out and missed. As Flowers retired for the second time. He did have Gracie Banks square it up in the last. It was a line drive right back at the pitcher. And here's Mary Brinker. 368 hitter, capable of tying it with 1 swing of the bat. Went yard earlier this year. As it's taken for strike 1. 14 hits for Brinker and 38 at-bats. And here's a line drive in a left. Brinker will deliver with a single.
So happy for Brinker.
She's really seeing it well in these playoffs.
Yes, she has. And as a senior, this is kind of her last go-round. Hopefully not today.
That's what you work for. You hope to be able to compete for titles. As Izzy Nance. Slap attempt, ground ball. Pitcher Lackey flips to first. It moves Brinker over to second. So in scoring position is Mary Brinker. Is Coach Hall going to come out for a discussion? Are we talking about the steps on the slap? Talking about whether or not she was
out of the box before she made contact, probably.
Blade Blue says was all good.
And it may have been just an attempt to soothe the fans who are upset about
Right. I mean, the right side of the box you can't even really see. So I don't know how you'd even make that call. There's Audrey Reynolds. Runner on second, 2 down. Ground ball up the middle. It's in the center. Here's Brinker, and she's going to score easily. We're tied up 1-1 here in Naugatuck. RBI, base knock from Audrey Reynolds. She's bolstered you. She's been your primary offensive weapon all season. Hind gave it all she had there, dove for it. But Audrey with enough pace on the grounder to tie the game up at 1-1. Coach Hall trying to settle his team, break up the momentum. We'll have a word with his pitcher Lackey and the rest of the infield. Here is Fiona Van Meter. Double to left center field last time. 322 batter. Yet to homer this season. Might be due for one. She's hit a ton of them in her career. Has had seasons with 4 or 5 bombs. Just like to throw that out there. Nobody's done it yet in the 2 games. Van Meter. First pitch from Emma Lackey. Taken for a strike on the inside corner. Reynolds will steal successfully. As she slides in to scoring position.
Definitely the Wahama side is now feeling some increased electricity.
Fans and players and broadcasters. 0-1. Down and in. We're up in the press box the first day. We've been down here with the fans the last 2. It's a little more fun, a little more true to the atmosphere when you're out here.
That's true, but I have to tell myself all the time to not yell.
1-1. And they call a strike, too. That was
kind of low, I thought.
Pretty in. 2 down, Reynolds on second base. 1-1 tied contest in the top of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Van Meter with a foul ball. Fastball there from Lackey. As Bulliard look towards Coach Rocky Hall. Puts a 1 down. Never know how the Panthers do signs. That's usually fastball. And it was a tie. So White Falcons have the wristband, the number system. Coach Hall going more old school, but it works.
I kind of like old school, not gonna lie.
When it comes to baseball signs, I agree with you. 2-2. Grounder, right side of the infield. Van Meter, foot race to first. And she's safe. Here comes Reynolds. Reynolds scored. She hesitated for a second. Van Meter safe. Tug Valley incensed. Coach Hall's losing it as he'll walk towards the right side of the dugout demanding clarification.
The umps are shaking their head. No, 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 no. In other words, like, it's good.
It was a safe sign right away. It was bang, bang. Obviously, we don't have the frame-by-frame technology. So, no, Tom Sussman will get that for you next year. But she was safe by our money. RBI infield single, Fiona Van Meter. Put it in play from there. She was booking it.
Tug fans are kind of losing their mind there.
They are. It was tight, but some of them starting to stand up.
And get a little boisterous.
Here's Eve Smith has struck out and grounded out. It's up the middle to Van Meter. First to third. And it's the second straight hit, rather a third straight hit for Wahama. As they get the bats cooking. Third time through the order, they're dialing in here on Lackey. Here's Rayleigh Zirkle. Has flown out to left field and walked. 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles in game 2. It's been a 3-game series with Work County in the middle. Runners at the corners. And Zirkle, healthy hack there. An aggressive first pitch swing, fouls it off. That's what you want early in the count. If you're going to go, try to do damage. 13 extra baggers this year for Zirkle out of her 26 hits, and that's phenomenal slugging. Here's the one pitch. It was stopped by the catcher. It'll allow Eve Smith to go up to second base. Wahama champions in 21, 22, 23. Took a year off, lost to a good Ravenswood team, and then you were right back there last year as that ran into Zirkle. And they're going to have to check on her here. It ran in a little bit.
I think it hit her right in the chest.
Kind of a scary pitch there. As we're going to step to a quick break. It's 2-1 Wahama.
Brinker Machine in Leetart, West Virginia is the Bend area's center for commercial and industrial machining and fabrication services. Family owned and operated since 2012, Brinker has lathes, brake presses, and custom welding. And the qualified professionals at Brinker Machine are equipped with a boring mill, milling machine, and CNC plasma cutter. Call 304-882-0000 for more information. Brinker Machine, located at 5488 Graham Station Road in Leetart, West Virginia. Also a proud supporter of Wahama High School sports.
So thankfully, Rayleigh Zirkle up to her feet. It's always scary, usually on a hit by pitch. If it hits you towards the numbers, towards the back, it's okay. It's scary when it hits you inside there. But she's going to walk that one off and be okay.
Yeah, she was a champ. It dropped her to her knees, and she's a tough girl. She is just a tough girl. She plays a lot of travel ball. So she has so much experience, so much softball experience. But for her to actually take first and be like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Good to go. Here's Gracie Banks. Up to bat, hit a line drive at the pitcher last time. Foul it backward. 0 for 2 today. Banks, 390 batter. That's really been the word to describe this team, tough. Whether it's Banks pitching, just the whole
Smith
squad.
on the corner.
Van Meter and her at-bats. You can see how much it means. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dribbler. Ground ball hind. Banks is out as the side is retired. Wahama up 2-1. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth on the WJEH Facebook page. It's the Region Co-Final.
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Marketing Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color. And add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns. Perfect for spring! Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. For over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering on a hometown team. Go Falcons! Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. Bob's Market and Greenhouses, growing flowers, friends, and family since 1970.
2-1 Wahama all of a sudden with a lead here in the Region Co-Final. Everything on the line, do or die for both teams. There's Gracie Banks. Will face the catcher Bulliard, 2-hole hitter. 1 for 2 in the game. Bulliard a single in the first. Grounded out last time up in the second. And strike one. Really good frame there from Abby Flowers. Got the glove underneath it. That's key. You don't just bring it down into the dirt. Bulliard, 330 hitter, 4 doubles, a triple. 27 runs batted in. A 1 pitch. Here's a ball away.
You were talking about Flowers just a minute ago. Flowers, just being a freshman, has just really just been an explosive force behind the plate this season for the Falcons.
She's been phenomenal and as good as a blocker, receiver. She can throw. Bulliard takes the ball. That's when you don't have a specialized catcher that's just what they do every day. It can be hard for your club.
And I'm sure Fiona Van Meter appreciates that.
Yeah. Can take care of the middle infield. Here's a ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bulliard. Katie Hall due up next. Just past 4:45. Here's a 3-1. Ball 4. Final walk. Paisley Bulliard brings up third baseman Katie Hall. Hall reached on a infield single via bunt, flew out to left field at Brooklyn Smith last time. Nobody on, 1 runner on first. He's had his ball. Or rather, nobody out, runner on first. And it's a ball 2. Banks with 3 walks, 1 hit by pitch. Here's the offer in, called for a strike.
Banks also younger, on the younger side, sophomore there at Wahama High School. I mean, just showing incredible composure and maturity in the circle all season, especially during postseason play.
You're going to have a big luxury here for a couple of years. Banks throwing the flowers. 2-1 grounder, shortstop Van Meter. Taylor made, throws to first, and Zirkle picks it. Wide Falcons turn 2.
Woo-hoo!
That's a big-time play. Van Meter takes the bag herself, and then how about Zirkle staying down and picking it. Gracie with 5 strikeouts today. Draws a huge grounder there. Here's Emma Lackey. Lackey 0 for 2. Has gone down watching and popped up. Get time. Lackey, 368 batter, 32 hits. Skip in there. Might have slipped. Got Point Pleasant playing for a trip to the state tournament today, too. They're in action against Chapmanville. Coach Louis Wickline's crew. 1-0. Skied in the infield. Catcher Flowers, foul territory, makes the catch. That'll retire the side. Wahama up 2-1, looking for some insurance in the top of the 6th. We're back after this on the WJEH Facebook page.
Hoggins Usman, located in Mason, West Virginia, and Point Pleasant, is a full lumber and retail center, stocking a large line of quality plumbing, lawn, and garden products since 1948. Hoggins Usman has just what you need. Their lumber yard also offers regular and treated lumber as well as plywoods. Also, they're an authorized steel dealer with a full-time steel technician. Open every Monday through Friday and offering full-time delivery. Hoggins Usman, located at 353 Front Street in Mason, West Virginia, and 312 6th Street in Point Pleasant.
Need a hand with your estate planning? We'll do you one better. How about a Handley? Since 2009, Handley Law Office in Point Pleasant has been an experienced and dependable law firm assisting clients with property deeds and wills. Attorney Tanya Handley will give you the care and expertise needed to plan for the future. Make an appointment today to set your family up for tomorrow. Handley Law Office, located at 419 Main Street in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Call 304-675-5290 for more information.
2-1. Wahama leads it over Tug Valley here in the Region 4 co-final. It's Marley Carr up to bat against Emma Lackey. First pitch swing, grounder, Bailey Hall, throw to first, will get there. So lead off, retired in Carr. That'll bring up Abby Flowers. Wahama with 2 runs in the last. You had 4 hits in the frame. Mary Brinker got it rolling, and then Reynolds the RBI. Van Meter with 1. Eve Smith with a hit as well. Abby Flowers up for 2 in the game. Lackey has gotten the better of her with a couple of strikeouts swinging as Flowers just took ball 1.
I saw Coach Zussman down there on the first base line. She had her sleeves rolled up just a second ago.
That is swung on and missed.
And in an earlier broadcast, I had mentioned that a lot of our basketball girls were like, if you stomp your feet like you do in basketball, maybe we'd do better. So I saw her down there stomping her feet.
That's what we need. 1-1. Byer for strike 2 on the bunt show. I like it when the team wants to be coached. They want everybody to be passionate. Here's the ball and 2-strike delivery. And swung out and missed. Of course, Billy made the trip today too. Saw him.
Yeah, I saw him back there. Saw quite a few. Wrestling coach Jody Roush is here.
Yep.
I saw school nurse Love Bryles. She's also here. So a lot of the staff made the trip down to Mingo today.
And it's not a close trip. That is a lot of your Saturday, so it just shows what it means to the whole school. Here's Mary Brinker, ball 1.
I'll give a shout out to our administrators, Dave Barr and Missy Van Meter. I've been in contact with them, texting back and forth here on the broadcast, during the game. Miss Van Meter is under the weather, or she would be here. So special shout out to her that she feels better.
There's the 1-0. Brinker will foul it backward. I definitely appreciate Miss Van Meter. She really accommodates us with whatever we need to be able to bring you Wahama sports. These days, so many schools, they want to get in the way with their own stuff, and just the freedom to be able to kind of let us do our thing, we really appreciate. Here's the 1-1 pitch, second ball.
And assistant principal Dave Barr, he's also been a great asset. He's been a Wahama coach, former football coach for Wahama, and had a stint at a couple different schools before returning home, and we're happy to have him as acting AD.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Yeah, Coach Barr, football genius. Got to be able to have him in the booth for a couple games. Great guy.
Yeah, overall, Wahama staff is second to none.
Nobody on, 2 away. White Falcons lead 2-1, top 6. It's Brinker. It's strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Lackey. And we'll head to the bottom half, 2-1 White Falcons. It's the Region Co-Final.
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color, and add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns, perfect for spring. Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. Family owned in Mason for over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering for our hometown team. Go Falcons. Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Growing flowers, friends, and family since 1980.
To upgrade your home with a comfortable new setup, stop by Main Street Furniture and Flooring in Middleport. Main Street Furniture and Flooring offers a wide selection of premium sofas, recliners, mattresses, and more. And if you're looking to renovate from the ground up, Main Street sells and installs quality carpet and flooring products. Call 740-691-5125 for more information. Main Street Furniture and Flooring in Middleport. Also a proud supporter of Wahama High School sports.
2-1. Wahama leads it over Tug Valley in the bottom of the 6th. And it's Gracie Hind, 5-hole hitter, facing White Falcon pitcher Gracie Banks. She'll take a ball 1 low and inside. Hind has hit 2 ground balls today, one of them bringing in the lone run of the game in the first, and then was retired in the third. Here's the 1-0 delivery with Smith well in front of the bag. It's swung on and missed. Hind has left the yard twice this year. Total of 9 extra base hits, 20 ribbies. 1-1's to the plate. Ground ball. Chopper Van Meter. Van Meter to first in time. We've needed Fiona to be really solid in the field today, and she's come through.
She has.
Here is Kaylee Steele. Flew out to center field in the first, singled in the fourth. There's Banks, center of the circle, lets her rip. And it'll be a first ball. Still 272. All bat with Briley Fletcher on deck. Panthers only with 3 hits today. Presents a ball, only 5 in the last 2 games combined.
Banks has really done her job.
As 2-0 is offered. Ground ball, Banks picks it, easy throw. She has been wonderfully. Got to get this last out, then hopefully a little more run support, give her a cushion going into that final frame. As first you worry about Briley Fletcher, nobody on, 2 away. Fletcher's gone down watching and walked. 278. And Banks will let it go. It's elevated. All right, at 5 o'clock here in Naugatuck. 1-0 pitch. Second ball. Originally scheduled 2 o'clock first pitch. Team got here around 12:30 today. There's the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3.
And then buckets of rain.
Yeah, it really was. It wasn't a particularly hard rain. It just wouldn't let up for the longest time.
A couple bolts of lightning.
Ball 4. Here's Rocky Hall to have a word here with the home plate umpire. Top Valley is going to pinch hit.
Now batting, number 4, McKaylee Bryant.
Tough ask to come in a big spot here. They do have the cage down and right. I guess you could get loose, but nonetheless, being out here in live action, McKaylee Bryant going to try to put her imprint on the game. Number 4 for the Panthers will hit in that 8 spot. Always hated pinch hitting as a player. If you come through, you're just kind of up the mindset. I could have given you that at the beginning of the game. And it's kind of hard to adjust. Nonetheless, that's part of being an athlete. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball. Van Meter. Throw to first. In time. Wahama up 2-1. They'll go to the top of the 7th. It's the region co-final.
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Marketing Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color. And add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns. Perfect for spring! Everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. Family owned in Mason for over 50 years. Bob's Market is cheering on a hometown team. Go Falcons! Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market
2-1, Wahama up over Tug Valley. As Neil Diamond will get cut short, and Izzy Nance going to lead off for Wahama. Looking for some insurance. You can punch your ticket to the state tournament today, a winner-take-all, as things have gone the distance, and Nance will swing and miss for a first strike. Nance with a ground out last time. Wahama 21-11, 33rd game of the season. 1 pitch. And a second strike as Emma Lackey will get the fastball past her. The umpire slowed something down, made a gesture with his hands. And after that, it's going to be a 1-1 count. A legal pitch, I heard somebody say. A legal pitch. Was it an issue of where she went off the rubber?
Maybe.
It has to do with the putting the ball into the glove. As the home plate umpire going to step back behind the dish. They were talking about the steps with Nance on the slap earlier, so at first I thought that's what the umpire was getting at.
That's what I thought too.
But it had to do with the pitcher and the ball in the glove, so it's a ball 1. As Nance with a spinner, the catcher will watch a bounce foul ball. Goes 1-2. So nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikeouts. Izzy Nance. Nance, 321 batter. Will hang alive, fouls it over the press box. Slapping, such a specialized skill because it's hard enough to hit a ball when you're standing still.
Let alone moving.
As the 1-2 from Lackey is released. Well down and away. At the Mason County school bus parked in straightaway center, hoping to drive home. With some happy players. That thing is not moved. Going to need some people to leave before it does. There's the 2-2. Nance down the right side. Izzy is safe.
Made it. Perfectly placed ball.
You got virtually no chance. At least once a game, that works in your favor. As it's back to Audrey Reynolds.
And we have a pitching change. Looks like maybe.
It's going to be.
We'll bring in Hall.
So Hall, the game 2 starter, the game 1 reliever. We'll get it here. We'll step to a break. 2-1 Wahama in the top of the 7th region co-final.
For premium coverage on home, life, auto business, and more, stop by Julia Davis State Farm, located at 2926 Jackson Avenue in Point Pleasant. Julia Davis is proud to provide insurance and financial services to the good folks of Mason, Meigs, and Gallia counties, as well as to those in all surrounding areas. Julia Davis State Farm, licensed in West Virginia and Ohio. Call 304-812-5126 to schedule an appointment today. Julia Davis. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time to get your wheels rolling along smoothly, and Sassafras Tire in West Columbia is the place to go. Sassafras Tire is ready to meet all of your basic automobile needs with premium tires, wheel alignments, oil changes, and more. Your vehicle will be driving good as new with a top-notch tune-up from Sassafras Tire.
And we're back to it on the WJEH Facebook page. Tug Valley going to go to Bailey Hall. Emma Lackey will go to third base. She struck out 6, walked 1, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs. Excellent performance from Lackey today as Nance will run to second. She slides under the tag and is in the scoring position. Audrey Reynolds 2 for 3 in the game. Infield a single in the first. Drove in a run with the single in the 5th. Bailey Hall, really good changeup. That's a lot of what we focused on during yesterday's broadcast. As that is up for a ball 2. Bailey Hall, cousin of Katie Hall. Her sister Autumn just wrapped up a career at West Virginia State, and then the MMA fighter we mentioned earlier, her other sister Cheyenne, former Roane County Raider stars. That's the second ball. Check that ball 3. And hits the outside corner. One got to be Audrey's pitch. Here's the offering, and she'll hit it well. Center field, straight away. It's over her head, off the fence. Nats to the plate. Wahama's up 3-1. Three-hit game for Audrey Reynolds. And she roped that all the way to the fence.
She did. Her face there, she came into second towards the dugout.
That's what it's all about right there. Reynolds' 13th double of the season. Van Meter will take a strike. All similar numbers to Lackey, 1.39 ERA, 11-3 record on the season, 120 strikeouts, 16 walks. 1 pitch. Van Meter will foul it to the left. The sun is mostly all the way out, kind of making it a humid day here at the ballpark after the rainfall earlier. Here's Hall letting loose of the 0-2 pitch. Van Meter, single. Here comes Audrey Reynolds. And it's a 4-1 lead. White Falcons starting to taste it. As you play to try to go back to the state tournament. Last year you fell to Pendleton County in the championship. They already are back in it. So Tug Valley, I guess, going to go right back to Lackey. So no warm-up pitches if it happens in the same half inning. You don't see that very often. So Hall to third, Bailey Hall back to shortstop. Here's Lackey through the first 6 innings of the game, so the arm probably still pretty warm. Smith to left with the shot. Van Meter to third, and she's going 4.
She's going.
White Falcons with the 4-run cushion. That time it was Eve Smith ripping it into left. She'll get all the way to second. As the left side of the ballpark coming alive. As the air comes out of the balloon. Over to the right, Wahama with 4 straight hits to start off the 7th inning. We needed insurance. We're getting it. It's to Zirkle. Fouled off the fence. Zirkle 419. 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Took a painful hit by pitch last time in the 5th. And that was...
I think it might have got her hand a little bit there.
It clipped her hand, and she did not go, so Zirkle, second straight HBP.
And she's getting beat up this game.
Yeah, you can see a little frustration on that one. Here comes Rocky Hall to talk to the home plate umpire. And the conversation over whether or not she... She kind of flinched a little bit, but I didn't think there was a break of the wrists.
And the flinch happened because she got hit.
There's Banks 0 for 3, popped up, lined out, and grounded out. Here's a fly ball, right center field, shallow. It's going to drop. Smith around to third. She'll stay there. And Wahama putting together a string of hits. 6 base runners in a row, 5 hits. And Halen Jones out to courtesy run on first. Here's Marley Carr, has 8 hits in the playoffs. 0 for 3, a few ground outs today. Carr, 366. Saw earlier Point Pleasant is headed to states. As that is a taken strike.
Point Pleasant's headed.
Beat Chapmanville earlier.
Oh, that's great. If we can keep this lead in the bottom of the 7th, and 2 Mason County teams.
As that is fouled backward.
I'm not going to count my chickens before they're hatched.
That'll give myself, Colton Jeffries, plenty to do. And Point is there. Here's the 0-2 count. Runners at all the bases. Well, I'm up 5-1. In the top of the 7th, it's to Carr. First ball. There's a delivery, line drive, caught behind. She'll flip to first and doubles her up. Tough break and got on him pretty quick. Not a whole lot Jones can do there when it's hit that hard, that close.
That's true.
Unlucky for Carr. That'll bring up Abby Flowers. Runners on second and third, 2 down. Tug Valley going to have Peyton Workman in the top of the order, 2 up in the next. Here's Flowers. Will take a ball 1. Ball and no strikes. It's past the catcher. Smith will hold at third. As we've mentioned throughout, really tight backstop.
Yeah, there's not much room to steal.
Two-0 pitch. Is dribbled foul. Got the notification. Point won that game 1-0.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Second and third, 2 away. Wahama up 5-1. Here's the Emma Lackey offering to Abby Flowers. It's into right field. In comes Eve Smith. Now Rayleigh Zirkle, and the White Falcons running away with it. They took it 7-0 yesterday. They're up 7-1. And Abby Flowers with a great approach, shortening up, taking it to right field. See the championship pedigree delivering for Wahama. Something to be said for being there in the big moments. Here's a throw down to second, a sliding Flowers, and she's out. Got her towards the back of the jersey. Nice throw down there from Paisley Bulliard, as that'll retire the side. 7-1 White Falcons. We're back in the bottom half on the WJEH Facebook page.
Step up to the plate this spring with color blooms and hometown pride at Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Brighten your porch with beautiful hanging baskets bursting with color, and add a touch of green with our full lush Boston and macho ferns, perfect for spring. Bob's has everything you need to make your home and garden bloom. Family owned in Mason for over 50 years, Bob's Market is cheering for our hometown team. Go Falcons. Make your next play a visit to Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, West Virginia, Gallipolis, and Belpre, Ohio. Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Growing flowers, friends, and family since 1990.
At Rio, your education is personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you are a part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. There's new energy at Rio, with fresh traditions and opportunities taking shape every day. Discover what's possible at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success.
7-1 Wahama. 3 more outs required to put away the Tug Valley Panthers. Here is Peyton Workman watching low and inside. This tournament has gone the distance. With the Panthers and White Falcons splitting. Winner-take-all situation. As Wahama hopes to play in the state tournament. Workman struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. Banks down to the count 2-0. Let it fly. It's a ball. Three balls, no strikes. Gracie gets a strike call. Banks 91 pitches thrown today. Struck out 6, walked 4.
She's been just a force in the circle today, this afternoon, whatever time it is.
Now we're kind of in between. 5:20. 3-1. Called strike 2. Workman 132 on the season. Bats with Bailey Hall due up next. Payoff pitch. And a strike 3. 7th punch out for Banks. Ear-to-ear smiles for all of the White Falcons. This time of year, May, is when Wahama plays its best softball. Here's Bailey Hall. Hit by a pitch, walked, and then lined out in the 4th. Right at Eve Smith. Here's the delivery, well up. All 650 batter, 13 homers. 1 for 5 in the series.
I know I mentioned earlier, but the Wahama White Falcons have really done a phenomenal job at keeping Hall in check, I should say, with such a heavy hitter.
1-0 pitch, fly ball is in Ants, right field. She'll make the catch for out number 2. The Panthers down to their final out as they hope to be the first Mingo team to ever reach states. Wahama an out away from spoiling that dream. Sometimes it's not about the dreams, it's about being the nightmare. As Wahama's just been gritty, tough. Here's the first pitch to Bulliard down in the dirt. Bulliard a single in the first, grounded out in the second, walked in the 5th. One-0 count. Banks will step and deliver. Ground ball. Marley Carr throws to Zirkle, and the White Falcons are going back to states. 7-1 in the Region Co final. Back-to-back complete game victories for Gracie Banks. And the timely hitting, phenomenal throughout. I don't know the next time we'll come back here, but this has been a grinder of a series, and one that, you know, the players have got to feel proud of themselves for coming back and winning.
Oh, yeah.
When you think about the mood back on Wednesday night leaving here.
It was it was upset at themselves, and then at least for the girls that I see at school, and then it was a pure determination.
As they'll get some ovations from the fans. Of course, Banks today with the 7 strikeouts was absolutely phenomenal. As they'll continue to rejoice. 3 hits in the game for Audrey Reynolds. That RBI double in the 7th was really big, just as far as kind of taking command of the game. How about Fiona Van Meter, 3 for 4. Eve Smith, multi-hit game. And Abby Flowers with a big shot, drove in a couple runs there down the stretch. We thank Tom Sussman for operating the camera and the production. Big thank you to our title sponsor, Bob's Market and Greenhouses in Mason, Belpre, and Gallipolis. As we mentioned, it's over to Metro News for the state tournament. There will be somewhere you can watch the game. We prefer you come on out to Little Creek, as we'll be back on the air Tuesday with baseball, Wahama versus Wirt. Rachel, it's been a great season. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.